so extra, but I know I'm the same. Yeah. Love me in spite of my trauma. Give me what I need instead of the drama. Cause when it pop off, it's like, oh my. All good all day, but the night we be going so hard on the flip side. So tell me, will we on a date, babe? I could keep that same energy. When you go low, I go low too. But you'd rather stay high, I know you. Can we stay high, babe? I'd rather be on that wave, tryna control our emotions. If we on the right side of passion, we could share love in the ocean. But if you wanna go insane either way, baby, we could go all night. We could do it all night. We could go all night, all night. Do we heal, do we bleed? I'ma follow your lead, but we could go all night. Now all of my calls go to voicemail. I block you so I don't raise hell. Should've talked through it in detail. Our separate ways ain't gon' end well, no. But when we get back, it's like, oh my. All bad all day, but the night I get that good till we act right. So tell me, will we on a date, babe? I could keep that same energy. When you go low, I go low too. You'd rather stay high, I know you. Can we stay high, babe? I'd rather be on that wave, tryna control our emotions. If we on the right side of passion, we could share love in the ocean. But if you wanna go insane either way, baby, we could go on.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is Brittany. So in today's video, I have another synthetic wig review for you guys, or this portion of the video is sponsored again by Skillshare. If you don't know what Skillshare is, I've been talking about them a lot. They are an online community that has thousands of classes where you can learn different creative things. You can learn about photography, videography, drawing. You can learn a lot of different things on Skillshare, and I typically take a lot of interior design classes on there because you guys know we bought a new house last year, and I feel like this was like the first time I got to really decorate like I wanted to. So I want to learn as much as I possibly can. And I showed you guys our master bedroom tour, and a lot of the things that I learned from Skillshare, I applied it to decorating our bedroom. And that video made me so excited because of course I love wigs and beauty, but to do something out of my my niche, it just made me really excited about creating content, something outside of beauty, and I enjoyed that video. So watch it if you haven't. Recently, Still Looking Good 58, she was taking some classes on Skillshare, and she recommended this class that I'm like currently in. The class that I'm taking right now, like I was taking the class while I was doing my makeup, is called Interior Design Basics, Simple Steps to Your Perfect Space, and it's by Lauren Cox, and her particular class is 1 hour and 27 minutes. It's so good. It's so good, and she's so thorough. Now, most of the classes that you can find on Skillshare are under an hour, so if you do have a busy schedule, then you can take like 10-minute classes. I've taken some, but this one is 1 hour and 27 minutes, so she's gonna get into the nitty-gritty of everything very specifically. And it's so good, and I've watched a ton of interior design classes by now. She breaks down the principles of design, and then she has like actual examples of everything. It's really good so far. I think I kind of want to do some things over in my office space because it's a bit chaotic sometimes, and that's because I really use this space. It's not just for sleeping like my bedroom. This space can get really chaotic, so I think I want to try to scale back on some of the elements in here so it doesn't feel like overwhelming after I record wig reviews and stuff. So definitely check out that class. Yeah, so with Skillshare, it's not just for creative professionals, but it's for just everyday people, anybody who is interested in learning something creative. Yeah, so the premium membership each month is less than $10. The first 1,000 people to click the link in my description box, you'll get a free trial of the premium membership, so definitely take advantage. Shout out to Skillshare for sponsoring this portion of the video. Today's video, I'm bringing you guys another synthetic wig. So this is a fairly new release. This is Outre Breanne, in a color number 2. So with me, I don't really hop on the latest releases, because especially when it's a bob, because I've been burned by a lot of bobs, synthetic bobs, over the last like 3 or 4 months. Some of them you didn't even see on my channel, but this one here, I saw it on Zar Galore, and she is the one who made me purchase this wig. She did a review about 2 weeks ago, probably 3 weeks ago at this point that the video is going up, and I immediately purchased it. It looks so natural and beautiful on her. Since then, there's been a lot of other wig gurus who have uploaded reviews as well, and I need to watch their review after I do mine, but I didn't want to be too influenced. Obviously I am influenced though, because I bought it right after I watched Zar Galore's channel. So I think this will be considered a lob, like a long bob, because it's usually bobs are, you know, a little bit shorter, a little bit on the shoulder. So this goes a little bit longer than a typical bob, and I like that because I'm 6 feet tall, I have a longer neck, so when I get bobs, they tend to be a lot shorter than it would appear on somebody who is, you know, more petite and shorter and stuff. So this to me falls about 14 inches. It's a little bit past my collarbone, and I really like that. And it is not too much, I don't think it's too dramatic of a, you know, slant we got going on. It's not that dramatic, and I like that. And I like that the ends are not like too bumped, like they're not like curled under. It's just like a nice slight bump. This texture is amazing. I mean, this is definitely human hair vibes. I'm so impressed with just the style alone. I'm impressed by that. When I was applying the wig, I had to make sure that the wig was in the right position though, because this is a side part, which I love. I love that it is a side part bob, because I love middle part bobs, but you know, it's something about the side part. I love both middle and side parts, but I was just happy to see a nice side part bob. But you have to make sure it's even before you glue it down, because it can get lopsided. But lucky for me, I got it, you know, in the right position before I glued it down. So this was the only wig that I'm reviewing today, so I took my time. I took my precious time. I used the Got To Be Glued High Insta Hold Spray, as well as the Got To Be Glued gel in the black bottle, and this is a perfect combination. I used this first to kind of flood the lace and make sure it kind of gets the base down, and I blow dry it. But then at the ends, it's still, once it's laid, it does kind of have some frayed ends that are sticking up. So I follow it with a black bottle of Got To Be Glued on the end of a rat tail comb to kind of smooth it out and get that melt. Perfect combination. I'm gonna have that in my Amazon storefront. If you want to pick up both, I think you should, if you want to get the maximum meltage going on. This just looks so good. So look at this. This is the bob for you guys. Like, y'all know I like long wigs, but right here, this is like the perfect happy medium. It's not too short and it's not like too long. It's perfect. I'm crazy about Breanne. So as far as the lace goes, we all know a lot of companies, their lace is really light, but you can use the even tinted lace spray and it's gonna, you know, darken your lace to get it together. I have the shade light warm brown, but they have a shade for a variety of complexions, so check that out. So it got the color of my lace together, but it's still going to be a little bit ashy even after getting your lace tint on there and everything. So what I did was, I like to apply my wigs while I don't have on makeup so they look the most flawless, and that's what I did. So when it came to putting on my foundation, I took what was left of my foundation on my foundation brush and I put it on my lace. And when I'm doing my contour, I put a little bit on my lace as well, just so it wouldn't not too much, because I don't want it to be like a dramatic shift between my skin tone and the lace. And it got it together. It looks really good and melted. And I did tweeze the hairline a little bit more because I had time to. But if you don't want to tweeze your hairline, you don't have to. It comes looking really good right out the box, honestly. But I had some time to really get this wig together. So the only thing I I would go and fix is I have a little bit of excess lace around my temple. I would cut that off there and this would just be flawless. This looks like a human hair wig and I'm super impressed. As far as the cap goes, so with the Melted Hairline series, I have noticed there is a lot of lace that they give you, but the cap wasn't necessarily super big head friendly to me. It's at most a medium. I felt like it was kind of small on my head. So if you do have a super big head, consider that. Make sure your hair is super flat underneath. I have cornrows, but I have some cornrows going to the side at the front, so it might add to the bulk. Even though it looks very sleek, it did feel pretty tight on my head, especially before I cut the lace. It feels better after cutting the lace, but you know, it's still not like super big head friendly in my opinion. I don't know what other people say, but for me it's not holding me back from loving this wig. I am super impressed. The density is perfect. It's not like one of those thin bobs, but it's not like too thick. This luster just looks like real human hair. I'm blown away. Like Outre is killing it. And this is such a classic, simple look, but it works. This is going to be a perfect everyday wig. Now, I took my time with this wig and it took me about 20 minutes to get it all together, and well worth it because it looks amazing. So as far as shedding and tangling, because this is a shorter wig, you probably won't run into much, you know, tangling and stuff, but I have been wrong before. I have had shorter wigs that tangle, and I would suggest the Simply Styling Pure Silicone spray to get your tangles out. Now, it won't prevent it because it's in the nature of synthetic wigs to tangle, but once you do get tangles, spray it, it'll be like new. And what I've noticed, because I've had this spray for a while, Gladys put me onto it. Is That Your Hair? She put me onto it, and I think it's really, really good. But I think it works better with like body wave textures, straight textures, but super curly textures, I don't think it's as easy to use, because I used it on my Butter Lace 3 wig because it was tangling up so much and it was harder to use. But you can use it, but it's easier with straighter, looser textures than it is with tighter coiled textures. I wanted to note that, but it's still worth picking up. And shedding, I did get quite a bit of shedding, but I did tweeze a lot of the hairline, so that's where the shedding is coming from for me. This is the perfect style, perfect bob. I love this wig. I'm gonna give this like a 9.5, 10. I mean, I don't just get excited about a wig just because, you know. I think this is gorgeous. So really and truly, so far this year, and by the time this goes up, it'll be February 28th. My favorite synthetic wigs I've tried have been Kamala by Freetress and this one, Breanne. I really do like Butter Lace 3, but I got to get her together with the tangles. But Kamala and this one, oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. I just feel so pretty. It's like so classic. Like, do y'all feel this? Like, this is bomb. Now, this has been out a couple weeks now. Tell me down below, have you picked her up already? I hope you have, because she is popping. She is popping, especially if you like yucky textures. She's not stiff. She's moving. She's moving. She is gorgeous. And I'm pretty sure this wig is about $37. I purchased this with my own coin. Usually wigs from the Melted Hairline series are pretty affordable. They're like around that $37 to $40 mark. Well worth it in my opinion. Yeah, I think it's overall pretty beginner friendly. You just have to make sure you got your lace melted down really good and you got your lace to match, you know, your skin tone and everything. So overall, I'm gonna give her 9.5, 10. I think she is gorgeous. One of the best bobs I have tried in a long time. Perfect. Look how this part is just like, and it lifts a little bit and falls. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Shout out to Skillshare for sponsoring a portion of this video. And shout out to my Premiere Squad for watching this with me. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a longer video because I have a lot to say and I'm super excited. If you want to be a part of Premiere Squad, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, turn on your notifications, and you should get notified by YouTube when I do uploads or I have a premiere going on or something like that. It might be a few minutes late, but they'll get it to you eventually. But I usually promote my videos like a couple hours in advance before I do premiere, so I would recommend following me on Instagram at iFancyCupcakes. I'm pretty active on my stories and on my feed, and make sure you are subscribed. We are on the road to 200K, and I would like to get there by the end of the year. It's possible. Let's do it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.
We could go all night, all night. Do we heal, do we bleed? I'ma follow your lead. We could go all night.
I've been calm, cool, collected, but you pushing